Well, hello, good evening, and welcome from wherever you are around the world. Let me just spotlight everybody into where we're meant to be. There we go. That's better. So,
Is
how
that where
you,
we're supposed to
Robert?
be?
I think we're around the right way. In the UK, we used to have a duo called like Cannon and Ball, Little and Large. We've got Ant and Deck, and I don't know if you get sort of duo presenters on TV, but all of those are always around the right way. So when we're around the wrong way, it confuses people.
It's all good. I'm just lucky I can make it every week.
So absolutely. Hello, Don. Hello, Joseph. Welcome, Colin, Bob, and Lynn, and anyone else and Ray as well. Welcome, guys, to the live Zoom meeting.
And a really big warm welcome to anybody that watches the replay. We've had a lot of activity in the group. We've been putting out a lot of free content, and I think that's stirred up a lot of people to come in and take a look, especially on the free group. But the intention for us is to help. The intention for us is to share what, our frustrations that drove us to create Done For You Magic Themes in the first place was not knowing. So we know exactly where you are and what it feels like to try to do something that you just can't get the right answers for it. And you search and you search and you buy and you look for the next shiny object, and you want to do something and you can't get it done, and it's frustrating. And it drives you to a point of, I wasted my money, I'm going to quit, or I'm going to get somebody to help me. And that's what we're here for. So that's where we start, and we want to make things simple, make things quick, make things as clear as we can. I mean, there's just some parts of this that you have to go through a learning curve. You just, that easy button that I always talk about that I want to create, it's right there. It's instead of one push, it's 3 or 4 pushes, but it's better and better every day. And I'll tell you, I get excited about things, and I'm not the type of personality that jumps up and down and I'm a rah guy and all that kind of stuff. That's just not me. I'm just slow, easy paced, but I think a lot, and I think about things that when I'm excited about a project and I can't sleep that I'm so excited about it, you go out and you work on it. So I literally get up at 3:30, 4 in the morning, and I'll work 2, 3 hours, 4 hours doing videos and editing to get things done so we can move forward on our projects. But we're here as we are every Friday for Q&As for done for you magic themes, and we also share tips and tricks on SEO, mass page building, WordPress building tutorials, and that's what we get into. So anyways, I wanted to welcome everybody that is coming in new to the group, that is not aware of what we do and why we do what we're doing out here with the trainings and things. But you're all welcome to join us in the Inner Circle, as well as the free groups and our YouTube channel.
No, absolutely, and it's very exciting, some of the things we got coming up. And I'm monitoring this week the Inner Circle group. I know last week a couple of people couldn't get into the lives for whatever reason onto the live Zoom call. So we've made sure I've been monitoring the comments and making sure that everyone can get in, so they don't miss out on anything. But on the stream title, we talk about hosting and why good hosting is really important. Now, we use a provider that can give us cloud hosting, so it means it can be shared all around the world. The downside of one of our current provider was the fact that they decided to upgrade all the cPanels this week, and in the process of upgrading cPanels, it caused an outage without any warning to us. Now it's back up to as of today. And when I was messaging them about this outage to the server team, they kept saying, well, it's not us. It's not us. It's not us. And I said, well, it is you, because I've got lots of customers who can't get onto their cPanels. It's not fair. Anyway, I said to them, I said, if it's not sorted, we're going to switch away to something completely new. And then about half an hour, this is like after 2 days of arguing with them, half an hour later, they come back, try now. And then they tried blaming Cloudflare. Now, when it comes to DNS servers, which is one of the things they are updating at their end, on our hosting, we don't use Cloudflare for the pure reason that things can go wrong with Cloudflare. Don't get me wrong, Cloudflare is fantastic for hiding your IP address, but to be really honest, think about GoDaddy and some of the big providers of hosting. They've got thousands upon thousands, if not millions of websites. How many people who are on GoDaddy or Namecheap or NameSilo or whatever the hosting provider is that don't use Cloudflare? And everyone worries about Google and an IP address and this, that, and the other. I was talking to my friend who worked very closely with Google, and he knows a lot of people there. And I asked him a very simple question: does Google care what your IP address of your website is? He went, no. And I said, well, why is that? He said, if they were to penalize you for using the same IP address on the same server, don't you think that thousands of websites would have issues ranking and being found on search engines? I went, we got a good point there. And when you look at some of the major players, and for an example, in the UK, we've got a TV channel called the BBC. I looked at them. They don't use Cloudflare. So why don't they use Cloudflare if Cloudflare is so fantastic? The bonus of Cloudflare is if you're on a hosting provider that maybe like a shared host that doesn't have great security, doesn't protect their customers on their data. Sometimes having Cloudflare is a bonus for that, getting a free SSL certificate. All DFY's hosting includes SSL certificates. But because of the minor issues we had this week, it's not acceptable in my mind for any outages to happen at all, full stop. So me and Robert had a long talk, and we decided we're investing now in our own server. And the reason behind that is we can get a higher RAM on the server, we can get faster speeds, it can handle mass page websites a lot better. So and for anyone who's already inside of DFY Magic Themes, this is a free upgrade. So there is a switchover period of 24 hours as of this morning, right the way through to tomorrow. We will ask our existing members try not to update your websites over the next 24 hours while the switchover happens, because we don't want you to lose anything on there. But as they move things over one account at a time, then your admin panel will be updated. You won't notice. You don't have to do a thing. You don't have to worry about a thing. It's all being switched on.
Stephen said too much.
So
you cut out there for a minute. I thought you went to Winter Wonderland in prose.
Oh, did I freeze then? Did I?
Just a little bit. And let me just draw back for a second. For all of you that don't understand a word of what Stephen just said, all that you know is you need hosting to work for your websites, and you need to know that it's going to be reliable.
Yeah.
And when we started DFY Magic Themes, we said we are going to be the ones in between technology and our group of people that are using our services, that we're helping or that we're training. We're going to try to keep you updated on all the changes that happen, because when these things do happen, and sometimes they happen and we're not even told that they're going to happen. And when cPanels go down, the sites didn't go down. That's what was interesting. The sites were all live. There was never an issue with the sites. You just couldn't log into cPanel to go do things on your sites. I'm going to say 98% of you didn't even know it was happening, but it's okay, because the difference is we knew it was happening, and Stephen did some, he was shining his shoes on a few people, in literally that he wanted to lift them off the ground with his shoes because he wasn't getting things done fast enough. And when you have clientele that is depending on you to have things done, it's frustrating. But anyways, long story short is, we said we would always be the buffer between you guys and technology, and that's exactly what happened over the last couple of days. And Stephen mostly, jumped in there and made it happen. And then we made a better decision to improve the hosting that we supply to be faster than it was before, more reliable. And like he said, it's our own server now. So we're in control of what happens and what doesn't happen. So the minute changes that you'll see on the back end in a site cPanel, if you don't understand something, or just, it didn't have exactly the same icon that it had before, they're really almost identical, but those issues, we'll cover it. We'll train on it if we need to. If we don't understand something, we raise a support ticket and we get you help. And that's what we do. So I'll let you carry on, Stephen, from when you kind of froze there at the end there.
The bonus with this as well, guys, with what I've been working on, is the server team that we've had on board. They shut down overnight, and whilst myself and Robert, I'm in the UK, Robert's inside of, it's in the USA. Just to say, guys, I know those on the Zoom call, when we break out from the free groups, I will answer your questions, not a problem. All right. So with the time zone differences, what normally happens is I will do early morning UK time throughout the day. Robert comes on 5 hours after I'm up in the office, and then he will monitor tickets as well. We got Greg as well, and there is a little bit of downtime overnight where all three of us aren't on monitoring the tickets, but we will always get back to your tickets, any support tickets, on average the next day. We try and answer them as quickly as we can. Sometimes things do get a bit busy, or like at the moment, I've got the kids on holiday. So of course, family, sometimes we often do stuff with the family. And I encourage you guys, if you've got family, get your work balance, family life right. I think that's really important as well. So, but the be all and end all of this is the fact that things are the speed of the server is going to be faster than our current provider, who has a massive big server with multiple accounts on it. So it's more shared hosting. Even we got our own little section with them. It was just a fact that they were making excuses, and when somebody makes excuses, in my mind, that's not good enough. We always try and be transparent.
You own anything that, even if it's not our fault, we still own it. When they decided to make changes that we didn't know about, you can put the blame on us. It doesn't matter. We own up to it anyways. We owned up to it and we changed it, and we're going to make it better. And that's what we do each and every time. maybe you're aware of this, Stephen. I don't know if you even saw it, but some people were commenting on really old posts about things that happened, I don't know, in November of last year. And, you know, you forget that that stuff is still available to everybody. And the reality is, I answered in the post almost immediately that always go to the members area, because the members area will always have the most up-to-date things of what we do.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at a post that's a year old, even though it's an image and things change monthly with us. So our back end changes, it is constantly updating, newer stuff is going in. Always go into the members area for the training and the files. Just because I just came to my mind as you were speaking, but that's what we do. We're always going to own up to whatever happens. We're always going to make changes on the back end. We're always going to upgrade the members area. And if we can find a better way that gets one step closer to the easy button, we're going, we're changing. We're not afraid to redo things. And we've done it over and over and over again. And that's what I'm saying about this. In cPanel and hosting alone, we're always going to be on top of it. And, you know, in 3 months or 6 months, if we find something that's better, we'll change it again. It's not about the amount of work. It's about having the best possible product and the best possible support for you guys and ourselves.
Yeah. Also, Inner Circle members only, big Google update I'm going to share with you in a moment. But for now, we're going to say goodbye to the free groups. We're going to say goodbye to them and carry on in the Inner Circle only. And we'll answer the questions about hosting as well. Some very exciting updates with Google. And unfortunately, if you're not in the Inner Circle, you're going to miss out. And at this point, I'm going to play the 30-second jingle so we can opt out. Bye, free groups.
Take care, guys.